Guys, I have realized something very important. There are a lot of football clubs that have the word ham in them. H-A-M, ham. And we have absolutely no idea which ham club is the best ham club in the world. That is an absolute travesty, and we have to figure this out. So today we have the Champions League, but only clubs that have the word ham in them get to participate. Let's go. Let me show you the 16 ham participants, but before we do that, as always, please hit the like button for me. Of course, if you enjoy the videos and the content. If you're new around here, please hit the subscribe button for me with the little noti bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Let the ham Champions League games begin. All right, our first participant in our ham Champions League is West Ham United. And we also have Southampton. We can't forget about Northampton Town. And how can we leave out Tottenham Hotspur? I know it's not how it's pronounced, it's Tottenham, but since it has the word ham in it, today it's Tottenham. We also have Wolverhampton Wanderers, or Wolves. And we got Fulham that's qualifying, or Fulham. Birmingham City is also in from the championship, and so is Rotherham United. Cheltenham Town from League One also qualifies, and from League Two we're gonna have Wrexham that participates. But also from League Two we have Gillingham. We're even gonna have a club from Germany that participates in the competition, and that club is Hamburg. From Sweden we have Hammarby IF. It starts with the word ham, so they're in. From the Republic of Ireland we will have Shamrock Rovers that participate because the word shamrock has the word ham in it. And we can't forget from the Premier League, Nottingham Forest. You've seen 15 clubs that will be participating in our ham Champions League, but who is the last club? Well, since Parma is the home of the best prosciutto, which is prosciutto di Parma, and prosciutto is technically ham, Parma qualifies based on food merit. This is a lot of ham, so someone please tell me how many times I'm gonna have to say the word ham in this video. So now that we know our 16 ham clubs that are participating in our Champions League, we gotta seed all of them into 4 groups of 4, and of course, we're gonna do it via the wheel. 4 groups of 4 in the ultimate ham competition. Let's start by finding our first club for Group A. Who is going into Group A? It will be Gillingham. And to join Gillingham in Group A, which ham club is it going to be? It will be a Premier League side, Wolverhampton Wanderers. We have Gillingham, we have Wolverhampton. The third club in Group A, it is Wrexham from League 2. And the last club for Group A, which club will it be? It is Prosciutto Parma from Italy. We got Group A, looking for our first team for Group B, and it will be West Ham United. We got West Ham United in Group B. Who is joining West Ham in Group B? Another Premier League team. It will be Fulham or Fulham. Can this be the group of death, guys? We're looking for our third club for Group B. Cheltenham Town. They're definitely the underdogs here. And the last club for Group B. Hopefully it's a big one. Hopefully it's a good one. It is a big one, and it is a good one. It is Southampton. So we have West Ham, Fulham, and Southampton all in the same group. Might be the group of death, like I said. We've done 2 groups, and now we're looking for the first club for Group C, and it will be Northampton Town. Who will be joining Northampton in Group C? Is it Nottingham Forest? It is. It is Nottingham Forest. The third club to join Northampton Town and Nottingham Forest, it will be a championship side, Birmingham City. And the last club for Group C, who is it gonna be? Another championship side, Rotherham United. Rotherham United is in Group C. I would say Forest is definitely the favorite in Group C, but I think the other 3 clubs will battle it out for second place. And since there's only 4 clubs left, they will all be going into Group D. So our ham Champions League Group D will look like this. It will be Tottenham Hotspur in there, Hamburg from Germany, Hammarby from Sweden, Shamrock Rovers from the Republic of Ireland. Our ham Champions League groups are set, guys. All the 16 clubs have been seeded. Who will advance? Let's go to the end of the group stage matches. I would say that Tottenham is probably the favorites to win this competition, but Tottenham don't like winning. Plus, this is the home of fairy tale runs, so maybe a team like Hamburg or Northampton or Southampton or any other ham or Hampton can make a run. Our ham Champions League group stage matches have come to an end, guys. Who is moving into the quarterfinals? We are gonna start in Group A like we usually do. And right away in Group A, guys, we have some shocking and fascinating results. Wolverhampton finished first. Wolves, 12 points, 3 wins, 3 draws, 0 losses. They went undefeated. But Wrexham finished in second, above Parma. The power of prosciutto could not help Parma. Parma is eliminated on 8 points, 1 point behind Wrexham, and Gillingham, they were just not good enough. 0-2-4. They conceded 13 goals on 2 points. They're eliminated just like Parma. Group B, it was close, but West Ham topped the group on 16 points, followed by Fulham. Fulham 3-1-2 on 10 points. Southampton were a very, very close third though on 9 points, just one behind Fulham. And unfortunately, Cheltenham Town 0-6. They conceded a lot of goals. They didn't score a lot of goals. They finished on 0 points. They are going home with Southampton. Group C, even more surprises. It was Birmingham City that topped the group, 11 points ahead of Nottingham Forest on 10 points. Northampton Town, though, a very, very pleasant surprise in third place on 8 points. They kept pace with Forest and City. And Rotherham United, I am very, very shocked because I thought they would be in that conversation for the second spot in the group because they're a championship side. They went winless, 0-3-3. They only scored 4 goals and finished on 3 points. They're eliminated with Northampton Town, unfortunately. And finally, we come to Group D. There was not really any surprises in Group D. Spurs, Tottenham, they finished first in the group on 13 points. Hamburger from Germany, Hamburg, they finished in second, so they're also progressing. Maybe Shamrock Rovers is a surprise because they weren't far behind Hamburg in second. They finished on 8 points from the Republic of Ireland. Hammarby from Sweden, unfortunately, they are eliminated just like Shamrock, but Hammarby was not good whatsoever. 2 points, winless, bye-bye. For our quarterfinals, we'll see 8 Ham teams compete against each other. It will be Tottenham versus Wrexham. West Ham will play Hamburg. Wolverhampton will take on Nottingham Forest, and Birmingham City will take on Fulham. 8 Hams left. Let's find our 4 semi-finalists. The quarterfinals of our Ham Champions League are over, guys, and you know how I always say this is the home of fairy tale runs? There is a reason why I say that. I'm gonna show you some of these results, and some of them are absolutely shocking. We're gonna start with Tottenham's Hotspur against Wrexham. I don't know how to tell you this, but the aggregate is 6-4, and it ain't for Tottenham. Wrexham beat Tottenham 6-4 on aggregate. They won the first leg 3-1, and then they drew in the second leg 3-3. Wrexham is going into the semifinals of our Ham Champions League, and Tottenham is eliminated in the quarterfinals. You could say Wrexham went absolutely ham on Tottenham. What am I doing with my life? These jokes are horrendous. The second quarterfinal of Hamburg versus West Ham United. We were all probably cheering for Hamburg because if you didn't know, we have the Hamburg career mode on the channel. If you haven't checked it out, be sure to do so. But the Hamburg run, it stops in the quarterfinals because West Ham absolutely laid the smackdown on Hamburg. 6-1 on aggregate. West Ham is in the semifinals. Wolverhampton versus Nottingham Forest. Well, the first leg, Nottingham Forest actually won. They won the first leg 2-1, but then Wolverhampton, they came back in the second leg and they won it 3-0, and they won it 4-2 on aggregate. So Wolves are in the semifinals as well. Before we get to the last quarterfinal, I actually noticed something very important. The 3 semifinalists that we have, not only are they all Ham clubs, they actually all start with the letter W. What are the chances of that? That's probably never going to happen again. And so the last quarterfinal, it was Fulham versus Birmingham City, and Fulham, of course, they come out on top, 4-2 on aggregate, so they are the last team in the semifinals. And the 2 semifinal matchups are going to look like this. It will be Wrexham versus West Ham United. Wrexham has a tough task, honestly. They beat Tottenham. Now they got to beat West Ham to get to the final. I don't know if they can do it. And the last semifinal is Wolverhampton versus Fulham or Fulham. Our 2 semifinals are over, guys, and I am going to lose my mind. I really am. I don't know how this happens, but this happens. It's the home of fairy tale runs. West Ham versus Wrexham. Wrexham won 3-1 on aggregate. The first leg they drew 1-1, and they won the second leg 2-0. Somehow Wrexham is going to our Ham Champions League final. This is absurd. Honestly, this is and our second semifinal of Fulham versus Wolverhampton. Fulham won it 5-3 on aggregate, guys, so they are also in the final, which means our Ham Champions League final to find the best ham club in the world. It is Wrexham versus Fulham. Who would have expected that? I don't even know who to cheer for. Probably Wrexham, because this is an extremely unlikely fairy tale run. They're a League 2 side. Here we go. The Ham Champions League final. Wrexham is in their red and white, and Fulham is in their traditional black with black shorts. That's what I was trying to say. Wrexham is definitely the underdog here, guys, but I'm really hoping they can pull it off, honestly. Just to see both Fulham and Wrexham in a final of this competition is absolute madness, I think. I have no idea how it happened, like I said, but it happened. The home of fairy tale run, it strikes again as Fulham is on the attack through Iwobi to Andreas Pereira. He may be in. He could give Fulham a 1-0 lead. No! Okonkwo says no, sorry, Bob. But Fulham does have a corner. I believe Okonkwo, the Wrexham goalkeeper, isn't he a product of Arsenal? Is he there on loan or did he go there permanently? I don't know 100%. Willian, there's a former Arsenal player, to Wilson. Wilson to Willian. Raul Jimenez gives Fulham the 1-0 lead instantaneously. 11 minutes in, off the corner, and Wrexham is in trouble. They are running out of fuel. They're running out of gas. Barnett holding on to Evans. Very, very nice passing from Wrexham going forward. Slow and steady. There is Mullen right there with the ball. Lays it off to Jones. Jones will go back to Tozer. Tozer inside to Lee. Lee. Can he get around a couple defenders? He's actually surrounded. Nice back heel to Palmer. Palmer holding on, but he does lose the ball. And now Andreas Pereira can come back the other way. Andreas Pereira to Wilson. He'll go out wide to the flank to Raul Jimenez. Jimenez holding on to the ball, tries to get around the defender, O'Connor. O'Connor versus Jimenez on the right-hand side. Jimenez will pass it inside to Joao Palhinha. Palhinha lays it off to Iwobi. Iwobi inside to the box. Iwobi shoots. Iwobi scores. Another former Arsenal player, Alex Iwobi, will give Fulham a 2-0 commanding lead here. And Wrexham is falling apart. I don't know how they got by Tottenham and West Ham, but here they are, and they're 2-0 down. Well, 30 minutes in, we could probably say it would most likely be a miracle if Wrexham can come back into this match. I mean, they're holding on to the ball. They're playing okay, but they're just not really offering anything too spectacular going forward. They're kind of trying to figure it out still. But time is running out as first half is basically almost done. We're in the 45th minute now, approaching halftime. Halftime is going to be called in about 30 seconds or so here. McLean to Lee. Lee back to McLean. There's just nothing going forward for Wrexham as halftime is called. They need to figure it out in the dressing room as Wrexham is down 2-0 at half to Fulham. The second 45 minutes, we are underway. What can Wrexham do? Can they score one early on to make it interesting? That would be ideal, I think, for all of us. Andreas Pereira. They might make it 3 here. They might make it 3 here through Wilson. Oh, he just missed. He missed. How do you miss that, man? If that miss costs them, oh my. Wrexham is in panic mode. They have to maybe hit a new level here. They gotta show something going forward. How did they beat West Ham and Tottenham? How did this happen? Fulham's gotta score. Wrexham's gotta score, man. They gotta score one now. They need a goal ASAP to maybe hopefully do something, but they can't make the right pass into the box. It might be over. There's really not a lot of time left for Wrexham to respond. Palmer will hold on to the ball. We are in stoppage time. Jones inside to Mullen. Just didn't go through. Tim Ream intercepts. That should be it, and that is it. A wonderful run by Wrexham all the way to the Ham Champions League final is cut short by Fulham, who were brilliant in the final, I would say. They controlled the play, they controlled the ball, they scored a couple of goals. They were the better side. Fulham will be crowned champions of the Ham Champions League. Who would have expected this? Not me. The captain, the long-serving captain of Tim Ream, will lift the Ham Champions League trophy for Fulham, and they are crowned champions. Yes, they are. What a surprise and an absolutely fantastic run by Wrexham. Unfortunately, they couldn't finish the job in the final, but you gotta give it to Fulham. I think out of this competition, even Fulham was a surprise. Fulham made it all the way to the finals, and then they won it. They got out of a group with West Ham and Southampton, which was quite challenging. They also beat Wolverhampton on the way to the final and eventually won the final. So, I mean, huge respect goes out to Fulham. They are the best ham club in the world. If you do have any other cool ideas that you want to see on the channel, please comment them down below and I'll be sure to read them. And also let me know who you were cheering for in this competition. What did you think of Wrexham's run? Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay happy, stay healthy, always keep smiling, my friends, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which is probably tomorrow or the next day. All right, peace, 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 peace.